Welcome back to Bareback Garage. If you just watched the previous episode, I'm still standing in the same spot. I haven't moved, but I am starting another vid. So,
Bad back garage.
on this one, we're going to a little walk around of my XE Falcon. I think it's a 1984 XE Falcon wagon. I picked this up pre-COVID. I think I paid like $1,000 for it, and it's a pretty rust-free shell. Well, I think it was rust-free at the time I picked it up. Basically, I'm just got to get this ready for Drag Trip 2025. I'm going to try and compete in all of them. See how it goes. I'm just going through doing some upgrades, so that's what this video will be about, doing the upgrades I've got to do to it. Might take me, actually, yeah, this video should be next. I know, work it out. But I have LS swapped it. All the wiring's a mess at the moment because I'm going through and just cleaning it up a bit. As you can see, there's a nice little pile there and another pile under there. Just cleaning up all the ECU stuff and only using the wires that we need. It is I built the engine, which is surprising that I was able to do that because I really have no idea. And it has done a drag trip. Yeah, I'm going to put this camera down. It has done a drag trip. Oh, I'm going to put that down. Yeah, the car's did a drag trip in November 2024. It was only an 1/8 mile, but it ran on best of an 8.4, very consistent 8.6 over an 1/8 mile with a 2.2 foot, so it's very, very slow out of line. Well, it's a slow car anyway. I think an 8.4 equates to a low 12 or something, or mid 12. So, but it was getting 2.2 footers because it has a XG 323 open diff in the back, which I put a mini spool in, so at least it wasn't breaking traction. It just took forever to get anywhere. I am running a 4L60 in it. That's unknown. Seems to shift alright. It's not running through the factory computer though. I bought a $30 standalone harness off eBay, which consists of plugs into where the main computer harness goes into it and into the 4L60, and you literally hook a power and earth up, and that's it. You get all 4 gears if you manually shift it. Without it, you only get second and third and reverse. So it's like limp mode. But yeah, when you run this run this little $30 harness, it basically gives it just full line pressures, and you just send it and pray, I guess. It also has a button for a lock-up converter, but I haven't hooked that up because it's got supposedly a 3.5 staller unit that I bought off Marketplace, so it's probably standard. Probably got ripped off there. The engine itself is just freshened up, just rings, mains, big ends, cam bearings, and it's got I don't know what cam. I know some eBay, not an eBay cam, a Marketplace special cam. It was cheap, so I threw that in there. Did valve springs because the specs on the cam needed it. It is a bit choppy, not too choppy, but it needed something with more than 600 lift. Springs be able to handle something more than 600 lift. What else? Oh, I done trunnion upgrade and push rods. Got new push rods in it, a little bit shorter push rods. I didn't change them at first, but I thought I'd better because I don't know, maybe you're supposed to, maybe not, I'm not sure. I just figured I'd buy shorter ones. I haven't measured it properly. But yeah, I've done about 5,000 Ks on the engine, and it seems to be running pretty strong at the moment. As I said earlier on, it ran the 8.4. I want to, this drag trip plan is to, what am I doing? Oh, I've got a new diff coming, I'm picking up tomorrow, so we'll do a spool and diff gears to that. I got some 3.5s that I picked up out of a diff that I got for $30. It had some 3.5 diff gears in it, so that was a bonus. New diff picking up $300, so just trying to work on a budget. The whole car was built on a very tight budget of buying and selling the 4 cars to build it basically, and maybe I might have slipped in another $1,000 or $2 on top. So realistically, the car hasn't cost me physically cost me maybe $1,000 or $2,000 out of my actual bank account. The rest of the money was paid for by buying and selling the 4 cars to build it. As I said, I bought the wagon, I paid $1,000 for that, sold the motor and box out of it. It was originally a 250 cross flow, fuel injected, and then I bought a VX Bellina for $1,200, I think. Run a driver, drove that for 6 months, and I parted that out. Then I bought a XGU for $400, just for the fuel tank. Oh, not for the fuel tank, for the diff. Sorry, that was just for the diff. Parted that car out, and then I bought a XE Falcon wagon. I bought that just for the fuel tank because of the in-tank fuel pump. So I just run a 525 fuel pump on this with a fuel reg right at the back of the car. Just a single normal LS non-return rail setup thing. So yeah, sold parted that out too. So between the 4 cars and all the parts I had, basically paid for this car to be built, the engine built, and I did all new suspension and brakes, just standard stuff, except for lowered it obviously. Steering's all been, that's what I'm going to do for this upgrade, is it had power steering on it, but it's all shit itself, so I'm going manual, get rid of all the power steering stuff out of the engine bay. I was going to run aircon, but got rid of all that too, because upgrades after drag trip won't allow that to fit. So we'll see how cheap I can do that thing, which I'll tell you is when I get to it. But yeah, I think I'm chopping and changing all over the place. But that's pretty much how I work. So as I said, I wired this thing up myself too, to save a heap of money. The fans is what's probably set me back a fair bit of coin, like since I've got it running, just trying to get it to cool it down a bit. I think I've spent like $600 on some 10-inch fans. They're Davis Craig's brushless ones, which I just had a drama with because I used the EL fuse panel, which I don't know if you can see in there, ended up melting for some reason. It might have already been melted before I started, I don't know. I have had a few dramas with fans going through this car, so I'm assuming that was a problem from the start. What else? But yeah, so the car's I'm about $1,000 or $2 into the whole build, just to finish things off, because like my brother gave me a shifter for it that he had sitting around, and the interior in this is pretty tidy. For a car that was just found in a barn, I guess. Well, not a barn, a hay shed. Lots of parts I just had sitting around. I got some centre consoles to try and work out. What have I got there? Oh, that's my manual steering box I've got to put in. That's some aircon stuff that I'm not using now. It is fairly low, but it seems to drive alright like this, doesn't bottom out or anything. I picked up some Venetians out of the one of the XFs that I parted. It had the Venetians in it, and another centre console just in case I make a mess of it all. So what else have I got to do? Yeah, so basically just getting it ready for drag trip. So I've got to do the wiring, diff. Yeah, diff gears, because I want to go a little bit quick. I want to do some improve. And I've got a little sneaky upgrade for it. Because I used to run a certain class, so now doesn't matter. So I've got a bottle to throw on it too. So they'll be upgrades that I'm going to be doing for this drag trip. Just probably 100 shot of gas and diff gears, and hopefully it'd be nice if I could run a 750 in the 8th. But as I learnt from the first time I went out, don't expect too much. I was expecting the world with it being aspirated and everything, but no, it was a lot slower than I thought. But fun. So yeah. Well, I might. Do I finish this video up now or? I don't know. Yeah, I might finish this video up now because it's already 11 minutes of me talking shit. And I'll start the next video with the upgrades I'm doing, putting a diff in it, and might show finishing some of the wiring off. I won't finish it, but I'll just show you what the end product of everything. And we'll go from there. So thanks for watching if you are, and hopefully you see your drag trip. So follow, see your drag trip. And I've also entered another little challenge too. That's a 6-pack challenge. So I don't know if I've entered it or not. I've told them I'm keen. But I'll talk about that later on anyway. But yeah, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you on the next one.
Do 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 do. Bad back garage.